That's us.
The scientists,
Yeah.
they know that. Add the forces of nature.
That's hot stuff.
Mix in some crazy experiments.
Lit my hand on fire.
Why?
Because of science.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then
Go!
Who said science isn't fun?
3 scientists walk into a bar. Bottoms up Sunday nights at 10 on the Weather Channel. And join the community now on Facebook.com/3scientists.
A freeze watch is in effect. Currently in our area, 57 degrees under sunny skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. High 58. Winds northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Low 36. Winds light and variable. Saturday, partly cloudy skies. High 49. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour.
Defiance is in our bones. New Citrical Pearls. Delicious berries and cream. Soft, chewable, calcium plus vitamin D. Only from Citrical.
Are you missing out on life because you're putting off neck or back surgery? Call Laser Spine Institute, the leader in minimally invasive spine surgery, to learn how a less than 1-inch incision can have you up and walking within a few hours of surgery, free from chronic back pain, and with no hospital stay and no lengthy recovery. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, or other chronic conditions, call today for your MRI review.
There were times my boss would send me home because I was in excruciating pain. Going to Laser Spine Institute, I go in, I have the procedure, and walk out a changed person, good to go back to work. I can't tell you how much happier I am. It's changed my life completely.
If you've been told you might need neck or back surgery, call 1-855-450-BACK for your MRI review.
Laser Spine Institute, a less than 1-inch incision, a lifetime of standing tall.
Stop! Put down the phone! Were you considering a reverse mortgage to get cash now? Reverse mortgages might appear to be a quick solution, but do you really want to listen to a TV actor about mortgaging your home? Reverse mortgage is really just a fancy term for a loan. There is a better way. The Annuity Action Network has solutions for you. If you have an annuity or receive payments from an insurance company, you can get the cash you need now. Learn how to accelerate your payments. You can choose which payments or parts of payments to accelerate. This means you are in control of your money and how to get it when you want it. Call today. Find a solution that's best for you and get help accelerating your payments into cash now. The Annuity Action Network will show you how. It is simple and fast. Call the Annuity Action Network today at 800-939-8760. We have the...
At Firehouse Subs, we developed our smoked brisket right here in barbecue country.
It's barbecue done right.
Firehouse Subs Smokehouse Beef and Cheddar Brisket.
It's USDA choice beef brisket, hickory smoked for over 16 hours, and topped with delicious melted cheddar.
Then we add award-winning sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It's one smoky sandwich.
That is one fine hat.
This is a fine hat.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
More TiVo here. More TiVo there. More giggles. More frights. More Netflix nights. More free HD. More HBO ASAP. More together. See what you want to see on any screen, anytime. With Suddenlink. More power to you.
552-1845.
Or go to HumanaBigBook.com. The savings are too big to miss.
This kind of weather, all bets are off.
Now let's talk tropics. Plenty of tropical activity out there around the world to talk about. In fact, right now in the Pacific, we've got a fairly active pattern, Tropical Depression 19E, and a new area to watch. But you notice things are also getting a little bit busier towards home. So let's jump over the other side of Mexico and get in towards the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. It is certainly getting more active here. Big time storms, lots of those bright colors on the map. In fact, as we zoom into this area, you can see a nice flare up here in the Caribbean. One thing to note, though, is how all those clouds are being kind of like strewn off towards Florida. A rather cloudy day in Florida because of these thunderstorms, believe it or not. The shear here is still off the charts. It will stay that way over the next several days. Very strong shear across the northern Gulf of Mexico, weaker shear zones towards the Caribbean. So if anything is going to get started, which a lot of the models are coming together and saying that it will by the middle and end of next week, it'll be down here. It will have a very hard time going north through the shear zone because all the way through midweek and even the end of next week, the strong shear stays in place here. And that is going to basically protect the United States from seeing any real active weather. This is an area of the world that often gets storms to form this time of year, so we have to focus in on it, and we will continue to do so. Also wanted to note Tropical Depression 19E could be adding to the record-setting year as it tries to go into the central Pacific and get stronger as it heads in that direction. Now, you expect to see a sight like this in Florida, a waterspout. This one spun up near Surfside, Florida yesterday. Magnificent view. Can be dangerous, though. Residents near Sunny Isles, Florida saw one, too. But it isn't just Florida seeing waterspouts this week. No, they are spinning up as far north as Lake Superior as well. Winter weather expert Tom Nizzle shows us why.
Well, it's that time of the year again where cold air moving across the warm waters of the Great Lakes is developing not only lake effect rain showers, but waterspouts as well. And you can see these waterspouts across Lake Superior here moving from the lake toward the landmass. These are very common at this time of the year, and you not only will see one at a time, oftentimes you'll see families of these waterspouts developing as that cold air moves across the warm waters of the Great Lakes. So just how do they develop? Well, it's a very interesting setup here. Over the Great Lakes at this time of the year, you oftentimes will get converging winds that develop here, and as those winds converge together, they will actually begin to produce a spin in the low levels of the atmosphere, a little vortex there. Well, as that spin sets up at the surface, clouds will develop in that colder air, and strong updrafts moving into those clouds will actually stretch that vortex, much like an ice skater bringing her arms together as she begins to spin. And as you do, you actually will stretch that vortex and you will develop the waterspout from the water surface up into the clouds themselves. Now again, they're very common at this time of the year, and let's take a look at what we refer to as the climatology. So in the July time frame, when the lakes are getting to be their warmest in August and September and the cold air begins to move across those lakes, we get to a max in that August through September time frame. Even into October here, we're still seeing a fair number of waterspouts that develop. And then as that temperature of the waters really begin to cool down into the winter time, the waterspouts typically will recede at that time of the year, and we're left with lake effect snow. So once again, it's an amazing, amazing part of Mother Nature here. You can see that spout coming out of the base of a pretty strong cumulus cloud there that has a lot of vertical development, and typically you see these with good visibility on the lake, so in most cases you can see them at a great distance. One thing I will warn you on, as they do come on shore, they can produce some pretty strong winds, so you want to stay out of the way of them because they can get gusty and produce some damage as well. And that's your Meteorology 101 on Great Lakes waterspouts.
Thanks, Tom. And you know, it's not just the Great Lakes or Florida that can see waterspouts. This one spun up this week near Huntington Beach, California, and the Facebook video here gives you a good look at it. The person who captured the video says the waterspout lasted about 5 minutes. Flash flooding in California. We'll go back there next.
A freeze watch is in effect. Currently in our area, 57 degrees under sunny skies. this afternoon. A mix of clouds and sun. High 58. Winds northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Low 36. Winds light and variable. Saturday, partly cloudy skies. High 49. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour.
Right now on Weather Center Live, intense, destructive flooding in California led to this. Mudslides that have stranded drivers and buried dozens and dozens of vehicles. New details straight ahead. We also have to talk